right, so I know this movie, for some, may not be the best of the year. It is for certainly not the worst of the year. It may not have, all the things that you expect out of a big Hollywood movie. But man, this movie rocks so much, and the heart and dedication for this movie is on its sleeve. And I feel like this movie, as well as Americana, which I talked about yesterday, um, this and as well as Americana are the reasons why I created this YouTube channel, is to get more eyeballs on these underrated movies. Let's talk about this. Hey guys, what's going on? It's Daniel Strunk from QuickTime Reactions, and the movie that I am talking about is Jimmy and Stiggs. Yes, more to be more specifically, eliroth presents Jimmy and Stiggs. This movie stars Joe Begos and Matt Mercer as Jimmy and Stiggs, respectively. And a down on his luck director, Jimmy, is, going off the deep end. He's doing all the drugs and all the alcohol that you can imagine. When his best friend, who, their relationship is a bit rocky at this point, when his friend comes over, just so happens that at the exact same time, there's a massive alien invasion going on. Well, I shouldn't say an alien invasion, more like an alien abduction on these two. And so it is up to these, best friends, and I put that in air quotes, best friends, to try and basically survive their way through this massive alien invasion. So, more on Joe Begos, who plays Jimmy. This guy wore multiple hats on this movie. He was the writer, he was a producer, he was a director, he stars in this, like I said, and he created the opening optical titles and end screens for this movie, which is absolutely insanity that he was able to do all of that. And I love the fact that Eli Roth, who served as one of the producers on this movie, basically kind of took a chance on this and was like, yeah, this looks really cool, and I'm going to put my full force behind it to try and get this into theaters. And I'm so happy that he did, because this movie stands out in a really, really big way, through three things. One, this movie was shot entirely on 16 millimeter film. And just from the opening frame of this movie, you can tell that it is shot on 16 millimeter, because there is a texture to this movie that just, I part of me wishes, like, more films should be shot on actual film. And, granted, it may cost more money to shoot it on film, but it's like there's just a type of texture to film that you just don't get with making films digitally. And it was just so cool to like see kind of like the, wouldn't necessarily say like flickers, but like the I wouldn't call it deterioration, but like those things that you would only see on like film, like the little flashes of like what I'm talking about. I don't know how to like properly explain it, but you know what I'm talking about, where it's like what would they call it? Like cigarette burns or stuff like that on the film where it just appears for like a frame or two, then it goes away. Like that stuff is just like that adds something to it, in my opinion. Number two, this movie had all practical effects, and that comes down to the amazing folks over at Russell FX who did all of the effects in the film, and they looked really, really, really good. From the aliens that were in the movie to all of the gore that was in the movie, it looked really, really good. And again, there's just something different about seeing practical effects in a movie. I know we're all accustomed to the CG in like these big budget movies, but there's just something about it being practical. Like seeing it in front of your very own eyes, like, yeah, that's practical. It just elicits more of a reaction out of people, and that's why I prefer practical effects more than digital. It's because the reaction is a lot bigger and a lot better than some digital effects. And then finally, number three, this movie is distinctive as hell. Jimmy's apartment, which is basically the whole set piece for this movie, is lit all up with neon. Like the bathroom is blue lit neon. His hallway, I believe, is like green lit neon. His living room has all sorts of neon all over it. It basically looks like a rock album come to life, a rock album cover come to life, and it looks really, really cool. The alien's blood, when it gets like on them, it looks like they have like the predator blood, but instead of it being like green, it's orange, and it looks really, really cool. And it's so distinctive, and it's like it's just so I'm finding it difficult to describe it because it's just so cool looking. Like if you're looking for like absolute like die hard, honest to goodness hard working filmmaking, like this is the movie that you should go see. I would be surprised if the budget for this movie is probably, I would say, maybe under 250 grand. Um, and it looks really, really good, in my opinion. Like, it's really cool, really fun, really bold and in your face about it. And I honestly really like the chemistry between Joe Begos and Matt Mercer, who are our two characters that we follow. Like, Jimmy and Stiggs are definitely give off the type of relationship that has been around for a long, long time. They know each other really well, and they're sick of each other. And there's a really cool fight sequence in the middle of the film that's like really, really good. And in the behind the scenes stuff that they played at the end of the film, they equated it to the fight scene in They Live, which I can 100% see. Also, I must say, the trailers, the mock trailers that they showed at the beginning, I want those movies now. I want movies about a killer that just uses grand pianos, and I also want a movie called Don't Go in That House, Bitch. I want those movies to be real. If Eli Roth can turn his Thanksgiving trailer that he put at the beginning of what was it? Grindhouse. Um, and he made that into a real movie. Then, by God, I want those two movies also to become real movies because I would pay good money to see what on earth happens in both of those movies. Um, but yeah, Jimmy and Stiggs is absolute. It's a blast. It's fun. Um, if you appreciate just really good filmmaking and watching a director basically do whatever he can to make this movie come to life, then you'll absolutely love Jimmy and Stiggs. I had a blast watching it, and I think everyone will too. So if it's playing near you, I would definitely go and check it out. It is absolutely worth your while. But yeah, that is basically it for my review of Jimmy and Stiggs. Let me know down in the comments below what you guys thought of the movie. But yeah, that's pretty much it for me, guys. Be safe out there, and remember, you never know who is watching. So make sure that you always have just that bit of alcohol with you, because if aliens do abduct you, if I learned anything from this movie, it's that alcohol will keep them away. So be sure to have some alcohol on tap. Just thinking out for everybody's safety. And I will see you guys next time.